Welven to great Deez nuts. Meme to mental illness, homelessness, and destruction. Another one. And another one. And another one. Since the birth of what I like to call meme culture, we've seen countless memes come and go. Some break out of the constraints of social media, becoming not just staples within memes, but within pop culture. Others have met the same fate of some of y'all's favorite careers, never to be seen or heard from again. In 2013, a popular social media app allowed users to display only 6 seconds worth of content. And in those 6 seconds, creators either got to showcase original content or reposted material from around the web. 2 years later, we'd be bombarded with the ongoing joke that ended with a punchline regarding a part of the male genitalia. Deez nuts. If you've ever got the pleasure, or not,
Deez nuts. Got him!
of being bombarded with the Deez nuts joke back in the 2010s, then you can thank Welven to Great for giving you, your kids, or your kids' kids, the ammunition. Y'all surely took this meme and ran with it. Ran with it and ran it straight into the ground. I can't believe it's been almost an entire decade since Deez nuts had the internet in a chokehold, just like y'all still can't believe O.J. Simpson ain't really Khloe Kardashian's daddy. Welven's story isn't a one-trick pony, meaning it was no accidental rise or a started from the bottom, now he's there story. Kinda? He began uploading videos and photos to his social media accounts, specifically Instagram, while he was at work. I'm sure you can relate. It'd take him a good 4 years before something ever really shook. Over time, the comical videos had taken on a life of their own, and people from all over the internet began to repost them. One person, media personality Drea Michelle, who had already established quite the following on Instagram, reposted one of Welven's skits to her account. This would ultimately change Welven's life for the worst. The repost from the influencer without a doubt boosted Welven's media exposure, resulting in the increase of his own following. At the time, he only had about 6 followers. Yes, 6. After the shoutout from Drea, however, his followers grew in the thousands, and within just 2 months, he was close to nearly 1 million followers. 20,000 likes and over 11,000 comments in under 30 minutes from Drea reposting made Welven confident that this was his moment, his big break. Soon after, Welven dropped his famous Deez nuts video that went crazy, stupid viral, amassing over 45 million views on his YouTube channel. The vid took off like a thief in the night, and soon enough it was completely everywhere. Even had the baby say in it. Followed by that, got him, Welven's Deez nuts garnered him mass attention from even the biggest A-list celebrities like Kevin Hart, DJ Khaled, and Kendrick Lamar. He was now a global sensation. Welven had the celebs lining up to take pics with him and became such a huge monument in pop culture, Kung Fu Kenny paid tribute to Welven in Taylor Swift's Bad Blood music video. He'd even bring out Welven during one of his shows. Not many people know this, but the origin of the Deez nuts joke wasn't actually originated by Welven himself. He took the bit from a skit created by Dr. Dre for the intro of his 1992 song, Deez Nuts, off his The Chronic album. Dre may have created it, but Welven's extra razzle-dazzle, got him, is what really had us cackling with laughter. Welven and his manager, Lefty, took the moment to capitalize off of Welven's newfound popularity and capitalize in as many ways as they could. It began with merch and went all the way to a potential reality show. Welven's manager created a series of YouTube accounts called The Life of Welven, which ran for a total of 17 episodes. Welven, with the help of his questionable manager, reeled in the sponsorships. However, as soon as things were going great, it seemed like Welven's career took on a life of its own. Either somebody was out to get Welven, or the rumors surrounding him were true after all. During his peak, Welven's Instagram page got hacked. He was then accused of assaulting multiple women at a party, which he strongly denied. Although there was never any substantial evidence to prove otherwise, the allegations alone may have aided in the derailing of his career. Eventually, the Deez nuts meme began to fizzle out, up until 2016, when an independent candidate for the elections cultivated popularity by filing under the name Deez nuts. You really can't make this ish up. The candidate generated buzz back to Welven and his brand, but once again, that buzz soon enough dwindled. With Welven's original IG account being hacked, he ended up creating another one, which is yet to reach 200K since its creation over 6 years ago. Welven and his comedy ran its course, and Welven would go from being the hottest thing around to just another internet memory. He'd go from being paid $5K to host an event to being completely forgotten. The next time the majority would hear from Welven would be years later, when the internet killed him off, as they tend to do with most public figures. The rumor came after a video circulating around showed Welven sprawled out on the ground on Hollywood Boulevard, unresponsive as a crowd of onlookers looked. To combat the rumors, Welven uploaded a video to his YouTube account speaking on the matter, stating that he was very much alive. Very much alive indeed, but it appears that Welven may have found himself in more trouble. Videos on videos of his whereabouts out in these crazy California streets have resurfaced, and one appears to show Welven supposedly homeless, sleeping on a cardboard box. Other vids show Welven riding the LA Metro train and getting tipsy. Supposedly, it isn't like Welven doesn't have someone to rely on. His family allegedly wants to take care of him, but Welven decides to go off for days or weeks at a time before seeking refuge back at his place to rest. He then heads back into the streets to wander. His cousin has since come forward to declare that contrary to speculations, his old manager, Lefty, did not take advantage of Welven. More videos of Welven have come out showing him not in the healthiest state. Videos of him instigating fights, almost getting jumped, and people coming up to him on that bull stuff. His TikTok has generated over 100K, which is great, but the vids itself come across very alarming. His TikToks contain him struggling to say his famous catchphrase, and he appears drunk and very much out of it. It appears as though since his Vine start, Welven has found himself another manager, a woman named Nicole who appeared in some of his content. So whatever happened to Lefty? Some still believe that he took Welven's thousands and dipped, despite his cousin saying otherwise. Welven's story is an unfortunate tale of when having the wrong people in your corner can actually suck the life out of you. If you're not cautious, you can lose everything in the blink of an eye. He had a great thing going for him, but was harassed nonstop by those trying to shame him for his appearance and bully him. Even in 2023, Welven is still on that bull stuff out in these LA streets, still getting drunk out of his mind, still having people antagonize and record him, and still wary of the bloodsuckers and leeches around him waiting for him to drop his guard so they can use him for everything he has. People tend to forget that behind these memes we all love to recite, there's an actual human, Welven Harris, being deserving of basic human decency and respect. The meme itself will live on for years, but the man who popularized such a childish yet iconic joke, such as Deez nuts, he is left to deal with his own internal struggles. Struggling with mental and physical disabilities all your life is a challenge within itself. Add being famous for a quick meme on top of that, without the proper knowledge and team behind you, and you get a disaster waiting to happen. Unfortunately for Welven, he was a product of his own environment. He wasn't able to capitalize off the success like he could or should have. But who knows? Perhaps he blew his money on trying to keep his family afloat? I guess we'll never know. Many of those who meet him say that unlike what some may say, he's actually a great guy and fun to be with. Don't always believe the media, who are always eager to capture the drama. From the looks of his new tattoos that reads, "Deez nuts" and "Deez hoes ain't loyal," maybe it's just me, but my tinfoil hat tells me that he could possibly be talking about the people around him taking advantage of him. Could it be about his managers? Ex-girlfriend? Tell me what you think. Let us know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments, and stay tuned for more true celebrity stories.